Shabbat Shalom. Parshat Balak, which we read this week, is always the final Torah portion before the 3-week summer hiatus that begins with the fast day of the 17th of Tammuz. The story in Balak is straightforward. Balak, the king of Moab, hears how the Israelites have defeated the Ammonites and other local kingdoms. Fearing for the safety of his own kingdom, Balak engages a prophet named Balaam from the land of Midian. Balak believes that Balaam has innate powers to say whatever someone pays him to say, and to say it in the name of a god or a divine being. Balak's assumption that Balaam could be bought to say what he was paid to say was not unfounded. We know that such royal prophets or court prophets existed in Israel in the time of the kings of Judah and Israel. They were paid handsomely to say exactly what the king wanted to hear. These court prophets stand in opposition to the independent classical prophets like Micah and Amos, Isaiah and Jeremiah, who are beholden to no one and speak the truth as they see it. Balaam seems to be a hybrid of these two types. On the one hand, he is convinced to work for Balak in return for a very handsome stipend. On the other hand, he continues to repeat over and over again that he can only say the words that God puts into his mouth. Each time Balaam sets out to curse Israel, he enters a trance, and God, as it were, puts words of blessing and praise into his mouth. On 3 separate occasions, Balaam sets out to curse the people of Israel, and each time the curse becomes a blessing. In order to ensure that his curses will be effective, Balaam tells Balak to build 7 altars and to prepare 7 bullocks and 7 rams. The number 7 is not accidental. Not only is it a favorite number in the Bible, it was considered to be the perfect round number throughout the ancient Near East. Just as we use a numbering system based on the number 10, so too in the ancient Near East, their numbering system was based on the number 7. And just as the number 100 seems to be a round number for us, 10 times 10, so too 7 times 7, or 49, was a round number in the ancient Near East. We need only think of the 49 days between Passover and Shavuot, or the 49 years until the Jubilee year, as proof. A midrash says that the 7 altars also corresponded to the 7 altars built by the righteous ancestors of Israel. Adam, the father of all humanity; Abel, who was killed by his brother Cain in a fit of jealousy; Noah, again the father of all humanity; Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Moses. Balaam, the midrash says, taunted God and asked if God would prefer to be worshipped by all 70 of the nations of the classical world, and not just by the people of Israel. God, the midrash reports, responded with a verse from the biblical book of Proverbs. Tov pat chareva v'shalva ba, mibayit maleh zivcheriv. Better a dried out crust filled with peace than a house filled with the offerings of discord. God rebuked Balaam by saying he preferred offerings brought by Israel in the city of Jerusalem, the city of peace, than offerings brought by Balaam representing all the nations of the world who sought to enter discord and enmity between God and Israel. Balaam characterizes Israel as Hen am levadad yishkon. They, the Israelites, are a nation that dwells alone. Another midrash notes that the word hen, they, is superfluous, and by medieval Hebrew standards is also grammatically incorrect. The text could easily have said, Am levadad yishkon, a nation that dwells alone. What does the word hen, they, add to the poetry? The Midrash points out that all the Hebrew letters from Aleph to Taf have a numerical value, and that if you combine, say, an Aleph and a Tet, or a Bet with a Chet, you get the number 10. Only Hey, which is numerically equal to 5, combines with no other letter than itself to equal 10. Similarly, all the letters from Kaf to Tzadi combine with each other to add up to 100, except for the letter Nun, which is numerically equal to 50. Nun combines only with itself to reach 100. So too, Israel is like the letters Hey and Nun in the word Hen. Israel, the Jewish people, combines with none but itself. For better or for worse, we remain distinct and alone. Hen am levadad yishkon. We are always, and we have always been, an outlier, a distinctive nation, one that continues to dwell alone. Shabbat Shalom.